Sup Stealthers, Sneaky here. Damn it, this always happens!
Oh, come on. Well, it looks like the power's really gone out this time. You see, every Friday at this specific time of day, the power goes out, and I have to come down here and try and fix it. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anything this time, so I gotta call an electrician. Oh, don't worry, they're expecting me. I'm basically the only one keeping them in business at this point.
Oh, it's him. Hello?
Hi, is this an electrician?
No, this is me!
Oh, okay, well, my power just went out and I can't seem to get it back, and I was hoping you could send somebody over here to fix it.
What do you want me to do? What do you think I am? An electrician?
Yes?
You asked too many questions!
Look, are you gonna send somebody over here to help or not?
Well, I can't do anything right now, but I can send someone over in about... right now.
Wait, does this have a light in it?
Skylanders Giants, a game known for many things, being labeled as DLC more than a new game, not adding enough new content, being the game I talk the most about. But all those people who say the game lacks new ideas have never experienced the best thing ever created. Skylanders Lightcores, a brand new series of figures that glow when placed on the portal. Why do I have 3 of these? Yeah, so like I mentioned before, Toys for Bob didn't really have that many new ideas when developing the game, so they decided to do what Activision wanted them to do: be lazy. And that's exactly what they did when they made Skylanders Lightcores, Skylanders that could glow and light up when placed on the portal. That is way cooler than whatever the hell the Series 2 figures were trying to accomplish. I mean, who doesn't like things that glow? I paid $100 for this. Skylanders Lightcore figures were the same Skylanders as the regular ones, but with one difference. These figures light up when placed on the portal, and that is pretty cool, to be honest. Plus, they even light up in the game, and while it's barely noticeable, it's still good attention to detail. But other than that, they're the same damn figures as the last one. Come on, guys, seriously, you couldn't do anything new with them? Well, actually, there is one new feature that is exclusive to the Lightcore figures, and that is that when you place them on the portal after the Skylanders magic moment, once the Skylander hits the ground in game, they will shoot out a shockwave, and the narrator guy will say, "Lightcore." This is a great way to clear out enemies and such, but it only works once per level, and the fact that this is the only new thing they do compared to the normal ones is somewhat disappointing. I mean, Toys for Bob expected you to pay extra money for these things compared to the regular ones, and what do I get with them compared to the normal figure? Aside from... Lightcore figures from Giants would cost about $12 to $15, which is about $3 to $5 more than the regular Skylanders. So dare I ask, what was the point? Aside from lighting up my room, these things play the same exact way as they did already. That's the same as going from orange juice to orange liquid. Sure, it has a different taste and smells funny, but it's still the same thing. Huh. These things don't have much value to them aside from the fact that they glow, but that's game value. Monetary value, now that's a very different topic. I didn't mention the aftermarket prices of any of the repo Skylanders in my last video, as I thought they were pretty fairly priced, but the Lightcores can be stupid expensive. A good example of this is Lightcore Pop Fizz, as he was and still is the rarest Skylander on the Giants poster. Speaking of the poster, do you ever notice how the figure on that poster is different from the one we got?
Oh, really? Well, I never knew because I can't f***ing see.
In case you didn't know, Skylanders were periodically released in waves as the games were released. The 5th wave was usually the last wave of Skylanders that would be released for their respective game, and because of this, they usually had lower sales numbers compared to Skylanders from the previous waves. So because of this, Lightcore Pop Fizz was going for some pretty high prices on eBay back in 2013, and he is still going for some pretty high prices, easily being the most expensive Skylander from Giants. That isn't a variant. There were also some more expensive Lightcore Skylanders. Lightcore Hex was only available if you pre-ordered Skylanders Swap Force, meaning you couldn't have a full Giants collection until the 3rd game had already come out. I didn't pre-order the game, but I instead bought her when Walmart was just randomly selling them towards the end of the Swap Force era. I also remember Lightcore Chill being pretty rare for a while, but I wouldn't know anything about that. I was just randomly given it as a gift. For a while there, Lightcore Chill was the only Chill figure I could actually use in Skylanders Giants, as I never had the original regular figure. I also heard that Lightcore Shroom Boom and Jet Vac were hard to find, but eBay says otherwise. Other than the 5 I mentioned, Lightcore Drobot, Prism Break, and Eruptor are not too difficult to find, and you can usually get them for a relatively good price. My theory as to why the figures I listed were the more hard to find ones was probably due to the fact that they were all new, except for Hex. Plus, the last 3 characters I mentioned were also put together in a triple pack, if that means anything. Something I always really liked was the little symbol that they gave the Lightcore Skylanders, as it really related to me. Look, I'm Series Melanoma. I really liked that they used Prism Break to be the main guy shown, as I think he was a perfect choice for a Lightcore figure. I mean, who else were they going to choose from the Earth element? Terrafin? What were they going to do then? Make his spots glow? The Giants and Battle items also had Lightcore tech put into them, and it really adds more significance to them. Well, most of them. And guess what? Swap Force is here to copy off of Giants' homework, and they made more Lightcores. I don't even think these sold well compared to the Series 2. I think they just did it for the sake of doing it this time. And the choices they made were, well, they were questionable to say the least. For the air element, we got Warnado.
Finally, someone knows who Warnado is! What have I done?
Water got Whamshell, and yes, you could actually find him this time. Life got Bumble Blast. Earth got Flashwing for the one fan who likes her. And yes, I know who you are. Magic got Starstrike, Fire got Smolder Dash, Tech got Countdown, and Undead got Grim Creeper. And these figures are lame as hell! These characters are nowhere near as cool or as special as the last set we got. And that's saying something because arguably, I think Swap Force did a better job on their reposes than Giants did. So what happened here?
Well, I do the research to figure it out, but I still don't have power.
These things are again the same thing as the last, and man do I love to repeat myself. I found that on the new Lightcores, the places they chose to illuminate were questionable. Like Starstrike's eyes glow. Sure. Grim Creeper's face lights up. Just his face, not the rest of his body. Okay. And Warnado's back and shell light up.
What have I done?
These also don't really glow as well as the last figures from the previous game. Countdown's little flame lights up, f***ing woo, and the bee's ass on Bumble Blast figures light up. And I don't like that. Maybe it's just nostalgia that's blinding me, but I genuinely believe that these are worse than the previous game's Lightcores. Oh yeah! And there is nothing new for them in Swap Force. They are the same exact thing as the last game. They light up and break the sound barrier. That's it.
Wow, I never would have known! Because I still don't have f***ing power! And that's it. There were no more Lightcore Skylanders after Swap Force. And while I talk pretty negatively on the end there, I gotta say, they did have a purpose. If the reposes had included a glowing element from the Lightcore figures in the beginning, then they would have been way cooler and they would have had more of a reason to exist. But instead, we're left with 3 Prism Breaks. Now, Toys for Bob didn't completely abandon the idea for Trap Team, however, the effect was only used in a few magic items for that game. And after that, we never did see the Lightcore gimmick return on a Skylander. That is not a Lightcore Skylander. That's a heart rate monitor.
I'm really bummed that we never did see proper Lightcore Skylanders after Swap Force, as this was one of the better and more interesting ideas for the repose Skylanders.
I mean, come on, who didn't think the Lightcore figures were cool the first time you used them? That's awesome! While I wish I had more to say about the Lightcore figures, I've basically talked about everything when it comes to them. They didn't have wow pows or any other abilities, they were just normal Skylanders that could glow. The only noteworthy thing I have to say about these is that they do an alright job at lighting up the room, but that doesn't solve the power issue. Oh look, the power's back on! Now then, oh look, Lightcore Pop Fizz did have a different... Oh. The cancer spread.